The mystical marriage with the queen goddess of the world represents the hero's total mastery of life. For the woman is life. The hero, its knower and master. Hey, welcome back to Inside the Hero's Journey. This is episode 8, The Woman as Temptress. Now we're going to go through how the symbol of the previous stage has morphed in this stage and the ideas behind that, as well as how this stage directly applies to stories and what it means. Okay, let's get into it. Now the goddess represents life, and the hero represents knowing how to live. And the two of them together represent the hero's ability to overcome their problem. Before meeting with the goddess, the hero is tested, and it resolves their issues around the problem they're trying to solve. Now, this then allows them to take on the lesson the goddess has to teach them, which prepares them to then successfully overcome the problem. Every problem in life comes down to a lack of knowledge. Conflicts are just disputes of ignorance, two people that do not understand each other. And regrets are realizations of how to behave that come to us too late. Now, the point of having stories that can apply to everyone is so that wherever someone is in their life, stories are useful to them. Now, if a story is based on universal ideas, then it will be able to apply to everyone. And if a story is based on universal ideas, that allows people to figure out where they are in their lives and use the mythic structure in order to get past the obstacles or problems that they want to overcome. They need to think about what are the perceived dangers that are scaring them from changing, as well as what are their ideals. Because the perceived dangers relate to who they are as a person, and their ideals are the ideas that they build their lives around. The stages of the hero's journey come up again and again and again in our lives, and we need someone to help initiate us into how life works. Now, the process of self-reflection is difficult and unpleasant. And it's because there's a gap between what we think our life should be and what our life is actually like. And we don't like to admit that we have the negative impulses that come with just being a human being. And we'll paper over those cracks, and we imagine that anything bad that happens to us happens because of something external, something that has nothing to do with us. When we realize, or we're told, that the things that we think and do have these primal human motivations behind them, we'll either do one of two things. We'll reject it outright, which will lead to no change whatsoever, or you'll accept it, but you kind of become disgusted with yourself. And it's difficult. And it's difficult because we don't want to think that that is what we are. Now, once the solution is presented to the hero, the difficulty of actually making the change happen comes up. And the goddess will try and tempt the hero to stay with her in this place of just like knowing and understanding things. But a hero has to move past the goddess in order to actually apply the solution. Now, this is where a goddess will turn from a symbol of winning and success into a symbol of defeat for the hero. Now remember, the goddess is an amoral symbol, and any application of the solution has to be engaged with some kind of morality, which will let the hero know if it will go a good way or if it will go a bad way. And the hero has to press on into the next stages of the hero's journey to learn exactly how it should be applied. A monastic, puritanical, world-negating ethical system then radically and immediately transfigures all the images of myth. No longer can the hero rest in innocence with the goddess of the flesh, for she has become the queen of sin.